He a rapper but don't got a chain. Stuck in my waist so I'm living my beans. Like 1,000,000 views in a day. There's so many ways to get paid. I tried dipping, he begged me to stay. Babe, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, he just wanna rum. Big boobs in the bus, they plump. She a baddie, she know she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. They like ice, how you always stay hot. Oh, they mad cause I keep making bops. Oh, she mad cause I'm taking her spot. If I was I'd hate me a lot. Like damn, she in her mood. 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 She lit, get money too. Like damn, she in her mood. No friends, I don't with the fake. Saying they love me but one in my place. Step in the party, I'm looking the baddest. So the paparazzi in my face. Pretty but I came from the gutter. Said I'd be lit by the end of the summer. And I'm proud that I'm still getting bigger. Going viral is getting them sicker. Like
Hello. Welcome. Happy Euphoria Day. we are here to talk about some folks. We got a special guest in the back. I'm so excited because ignorant is not even the word to describe those reviews of Euphoria over there on the channel. I just can't. But before I bring her out, Ashley, how are you feeling? Are you ready to get into the show?
Girl, I'm blessed and highly favored. I am ready to get into the hotels, the whole origin story, the origins of a hoe. I'm ready to get all over in that. Nate getting his pinky toe. Like, I'm ready to have a good time. There's a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about in episode 3.
But y'all, it's not just us. I had to bring somebody here because she said from the windows to the walls, you will never bring a James Brown impersonator here and act like this on this show. Elle, how are you doing? And are you ready to get into Euphoria?
Baby, they played on my top, friend. They played on my top, and I'm not really a fan of that. I feel like they're taking advantage of me and my kindness and my love for the show in prior seasons. They got Hans Zimmer back there getting on my nerves, which is a thing I would never thought I would see, but I'm here and we're gonna discuss because there are some things that we gotta break down.
Man, Hans Zimmer and that twinkle twinkle little star ass music in the back pisses me off every single time. Normally, we start with the overall thoughts, but before we jump into those, because the biggest question down in my comments have been, Hoppo, who these people? They said, who these people? Ashley, I'm going to come to you first because I know that you just recently watched Euphoria and got into it. So you can see the character arcs and the jumps that are happening now that we're in episode 3. Ashley, who are these people and why?
Cassie is a strong, elevated woman of the 90s. All right. Now she's got her own mind. She makes her own money and she makes her own corn, Tyra. This Cassie is nowhere near any kind of Cassie we ever met. The Cassie we met in earlier seasons of Euphoria was just choose me, daddy. If you choose me, I'll love you because I just need to be loved. This Cassie is Nate. I refuse to have a ghetto wedding. If you don't get me these flowers, I'm going to be on OnlyFans. What is wrong? You're not a man, Nate. This is a completely different person. I don't know this Cassie. I don't know what happened in 4 or 5 years that completely shifted who she is from the inside out, but there's that. As far as Nate, he's still a psycho killer. There's nothing in my mind that makes me believe he's still not a psychopath. I'm just waiting for it to pop out. Maybe that pinky gone, maybe that beat down will bring it out. I promise you at the wedding, I was literally at the reception. I was like, he's going to beat her in front of all of these people. Nate is definitely from the Slapaho tribe. And the real Nate would have hemmed her up right there in front of everybody. And how he just, baby, we'll work it out. I said, Nate, have they castrated you, my guy? Like, and not saying I condone DV, but this is just not the Nate we know. I'm hoping he pops out. This is more Jacob. This is Jacob over here. This is Mr. Alordi. Yeah, this isn't Nate, Tyra. I don't know who these people are.
I don't know who these people are. I came down to the decision that Cassie is whoever Sam needs her to be, depending on the season. And I will say it, I will stand on that hill. I don't know who's over there watching Priscilla. Maybe it was just me, but this is Elvis. Okay, this has been an Elvis and Priscilla dynamic since episode 1, and I cannot unsee it, especially with the aesthetic of that damn house. But I think that they want us to think that this is who Nate is. This is just who he is, and I guess I can get with it because this has been the most intriguing moment of me just waiting for Nate to pop off. And not to say I want him to be Cassie up or nothing like that, or him up above the neck area or go between the washer and dryer. But however, that's who we know him to be. So every time we liar, liar, you're a liar, you're a liar. It's like, oh my God, is this the moment? Is he gonna drag her to the back? Is he gonna hem Cassie up? Is she safe? And it's just like, no, babe. I love you, babe. I think that this is probably the best decision that Sam made, even though it is just so out of pocket. It keeps me on the edge of my seat. This is who Nate is. Elle, who are these people?
So that's Nathan. Okay. We are used to Nate. This is Nathan. Okay. And we obviously don't know Nathan, obviously, because I don't know what he is talking about. I just feel like if they are going, because the thing about it that I'm finding troubling is that I think that they're wanting us to lean on, this is post high school. These are, this is 4 years, and we all been 4 years past high school. We were damn near the same person. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit older, with a little bit wiser, maybe able to have access to things that we didn't. We weren't a totally different person 4 years after high school. So I just feel like they're gaslighting me. I spent so much time with Nate. I don't never even want to see Nate half the time when I saw him in season 2. And every time I did, he was terrorizing somebody. He was very calculated. He was very sneaky. He was very, very, very smart. Like he did not use his powers for good. Always evil, like a villain for real. And now when Cassie was like, "You're lying, you're lying," which irritated my ears real bad. But he was like, I always provide for you, baby. Come here. Calm down. I love you and I provide for you. Who are you, sir? Are you sure? How do you know you provide for her? You're not the same person you were 4 years ago. You don't know yourself. So why am I expected to know you, Nathan? So I'm not a fan of Nathan. I'm not a fan of anybody really on this show except for Bishop. So I could take Nate or leave Nate, child. I don't care.
I don't know, y'all. Like, a little piece of me, somehow, I had fun with this episode. I had fun with this
Now, why
episode.
you put that James Brown impersonator on there like that? Now, you know.
Because they needed to be in the back. I really had fun. By the time we got to the sweat drop down my balls, I was having a good time. I wanted to be in the stands at the wedding. Okay, I was having fun. This episode, it's just really outlandish. I have accepted the fact that we are long gone from OG Euphoria streets. This is just not that show anymore. This is something else.
Totally different.
This is somebody's black exploitation western / with a hint of Tarantino, if you feel like it. This is just that. And I'm like, okay, if I'm going to go on the ride, I'm going to go with it. I would love to have really high expectations for Sam trying to keep with the common thread and send these characters off right. He don't care. He does not care. And so. I'm at the point where I don't even want to care either. I'm just gonna go on the ride and talk about it. Ashley, what were your overall thoughts of episode 3? Where are you living? Did you have a good time? I did.
Now, I had fun. I'm going to have a good time. When Cassie got bopped in the face, I said, "Oh, I'm going to have this is a great time," right? However, I will say that it really felt like 2 different shows to me, which I think both shows could stand alone. I just really feel like he took the cheap way out. I really feel like there is so much substance still in these kids from Euphoria that are now all grown up that we don't have to venture into the wild, wild west. Like, I don't know. It just honestly felt to me like he's living out some sort of like preteen fantasy with this show at this point. I'm like, oh, you just always want to do blaxploitation. You just always wanted a black cowboy named Alamo. And to talk about the Ballad of Paladin. This is you living out your neo-noir Western dream, Sam. And it was fine. I was entertained. Like I said, I enjoy Bishop. I enjoy who Alamo could be. The part that gets me stuck is that they just feel like such caricatures. Like I just want more from them. And I think there's a story there. I just don't know how it jives with Euphoria. But overall, I had a good time. Like I said, the hotels of it all. I've always wanted to know the origins of a hoe, Tyra. So I had a good time over there with Jules, with Sam, with the saran wrap. Like, I was entertained. I was
too. Elle, what were your overall thoughts of this episode?
I did not have fun. I did not have a good time. I was irritated the whole time. The flowers pissed me off. Her dress pissed me off. Her jewelry pissed me off. Her mama pissed me. I was just aggravated the whole time. The whole time. Everybody dress was falling off the bone, baby. You come in my wedding with your dress falling off the bone like that and see. You go ahead and see. Okay. But I guess, I guess with the thought that we are not in Kansas anymore, this is not what we're used to. If we look at it, I'm going to start looking at it as a comedy. And that way I can just enjoy my time. I'm just going to do what Ashley's doing and just enjoy myself no matter what. And then I won't be irritated and aggravated and have to go soak in the tub after the episode is over. Because I'll be irritated for real. Yeah, I got to turn my box fan on and everything, girl. I'll be sweating. It's too much.
Not your box fan, L. Thank you so much, Jay Buggin, for the super chat. The real hate would never with those feet. Not them feet. The way them feet was dirty when we took off them socks to now you're gonna shoot me in my pinky toe. I said, what is this dirty? But we've seen a plethora of dirty feet, and it's just been 3 episodes, so this is a conscious decision. Okay.
Have we?
Yeah. I've seen the bottom of Cassie feet be dirty many a day.
Up in the air. Mm-hmm.
When Maddie was doing that photo shoot of old girl,
they were
dirty,
yes,
dirty feet.
You so right. You so right. Everybody just sour, huh? All right.
Sour as hell. Yeah, I thought we had a capacity of sourness over there with Rue, and she got to be just the most, Sour Patch Kid. But everybody just get to be funky this season. But let's get into Jules. I already told y'all it wasn't going to be much rhyme or reason to Jules being a sugar baby, or my favorite, Maddie. She's a hooker. A hooker. That's what Maddie said. This is just for Sam to get into the status quo, get into the girls who want the soft life, and you're not getting something for nothing, and I'm going to do it anyway, so why not just get paid for it? But this does not mesh well to me as far as who we know Jules to be. And if we wanted it to, we needed it to make more sense, because the way the roommate was like, yeah, girl, so it's better than retail. It's like, you know what? It is. I'm going to go over there and try that. I was like, that's all it took. That's all it took. If we're going to go there, show me some trenches. And not to say you just have to be down and out to make this type of decision. But Jules was out here talking like, this work in retail, this struggling artist. I just got money to go to school, and I'm surviving off of scholarships. And my parents send me that little $700 and something a month. It's just hard out here for a pimp. I said, what? Do you see the material? Do you see where you're living? Like, it's like she was in a way about the way that she was living her life. It wasn't enough. She was struggling. And yeah, I'm just not really blossoming as I feel like I should as an artist. So I'm gonna go on down here and put on these nylon stockings and let this man suck on them. I say, oh my God, please, Sam, please. I don't want to come here and see Jules on her knees underneath some desk. Okay, I didn't sign up for that. But then you ain't even gonna work the game, right? Because we meet Sam, aka True Blood over here, Ellis, and we drop all of our clientele. I was like, I thought you said you was gonna clean up. Well, I'm gonna clean up. I thought we were gonna clean up. We got comfortable immediately because we met this psycho who said, "Oh my God, you're just so smooth. When did you transition? Oh, you're just so flawless. It's seamless. I want to preserve it. I want to take care of it. I'm gonna have you kept up in this loft and everything else in the penthouse. And yeah, you're gonna be my own little private doll. You will never roll up on me, whatever your proclivities are, and wrap me up like a Christmas ham." I said, this is weird. This is psychotic behavior, and we're here acting like it's just a part of the job. Something in Jules' spirit for me is lacking. She does not seem happy. I saw the cocaine. I saw the weed. I saw the product. Okay, so we're still coping and using some stuff. But her just waiting around in this apartment, living this lavish life, waiting for this man at this point to grace her with her presence, grace her with it. It's just not long term. And then we know psychos like this, they either escalate their behavior, or when they get tired of you, they give you the boot. And do you have a plan? I don't think so, because you told your parents, I'm dropping out of school because I don't need to go to school to be an artist. This is a one-way ticket to hell. Elle, how did you feel about this?
So I felt like Jules, well, first of all, I was concerned because I know that, and that's how I know I'm getting old. Because I was like, the kids gonna see Jules wrapped up, and they gonna be like, oh yeah, if let somebody wrap me up, then they gonna give me some money. And these children gonna be out here dying, rolled up in plastic wrap, girl. That's how I know I'm getting old. I'm worried about the babies. But I do think that it was not a responsible way to demonstrate BDSM on the show. Like like Jules doesn't know that man well enough to allow herself to be in that kind of situation. And it just was scary to me. Like that whole thing was very scary. That gave Dexter Morgan, that gave like you about to meet your maker, you about to be up out the game. And also nobody gave her the game because correct, she just let it all go for Sam Merlot. And I said, baby, why you not letting Sam give you somewhere to stay and then let Larry pay for your car and then let James pay for your shoes? You know what I'm saying? Like she messing the game up because she's putting all her eggs in one basket. Whole time she don't even know she had no eggs, baby. She don't even have no eggs. Okay, that's all his eggs. But I also think too that Jules has always engaged in very risky behavior.
Mhm.
When she was with Cal as a teenager, like she was 16, 17 years old doing that, I would have died, girl. Died, okay? But she was out there just meeting strange men in a park, meeting strange men at a hotel, meeting strange men between the trailers at the fair or whatever. She always been outside. So this is not necessarily a departure for her, but it is an escalation for her. And so I'm wondering what she is numbing because she did have coke on the table. She had weed on the table. She's drinking every chance she gets. She's smoking every chance she get. And, that's not, and she letting somebody wrap her up and please. So that's not a good sign for her. So and because of the way that the season is going, I don't even think they're gonna unpack it really. Like we don't really have time. We ain't got but 3 episodes. How many episodes is it this season? Like a handful.
It's always been
Yeah,
8.
we don't have time. So what does it matter anyway? Charles, good luck to that lady. Go ahead, girl.
I just don't know because even though she was engaging in that risky behavior, for a minute they were attaching that behavior to her self-worth. Because at first she was pretending like, oh, it was just a decision and I don't care. But there was always a hint of, well, since I'm transitioning and I don't have a lot of options, and you know the way that they treat girls like us, this is the best that I'm probably ever going to get. And at least I get to be desired, even if I'm in these heinous situations. But around like season 2, it was like she was self-actualized and I can't wait to get out of high school. This has been the most, terrible time of my life. I'm going to get out and flourish and do all of these things that I never dreamt of doing right now because I was so worried about who I was and transitioning and becoming comfortable with myself. And then we get back here and it's just like saran wrap. Like I thought you had said, okay, it don't matter. Never mind. Ashley.
I'm just glad she's getting paid for it now, Tyra. At this point, I mean, she's grown now. She's legal. The thing is that I'm really missing is some exposition. I like a backstory. Fill in the pieces for me. Let's go back a couple years and let's see what that big thing between her and Rue was. That was the worst thing that ever happened. Y'all alluded to it in an earlier episode, but we haven't gone over there yet. She's experienced something in these 4 or 5 years that made this so easy because when roommate put her on, it was like, oh yeah, girl, I'm gonna rip him out the frame. Absolutely. You mean he's gonna pay my rent? Okay. Yeah, sign me up. Put me in the game, coach. What I will say, and I was questioning it really when watching because we have, first of all, the episode opens up with the scripper in traction, right? With the neck brace on. Then we see the Smex work. And then later we see this marriage, this wedding, and all versions of women in some way trading themselves to these men and for what, right? And so it really did kind of have me thinking what Sam is trying to say for that. Like, is every woman a commodity to be traded to get this life that they so desperately need or want? So I will say I'm not mad at what he's trying to necessarily say, if that's what he's trying to say. And as far as all of the foolishness, I told y'all I inoculated myself to this. Girl, let me text
That's
them.
because you smart. You smart, girl.
Sam in this capacity, but the Freakaleaks in the comment section told me that this is a thing called mummification, right? And this is an actual practice that the people do, and they love it because I said, oh, it seems like he's trying to preserve her, or like, do all these things, or maybe he doesn't want his lips necessarily to touch her lips because it's this off limits thing, this taboo. But I hate it here. I thought the same thing. I said, look at Dexter rolling out his stuff. I was like, oh, next thing he's going to be cutting pieces off of the girl. I don't know what's going to happen here. As far as Smex work, like I said, if you have autonomy, you're not checking into somebody, girl. The girls sign exclusivity and NDAs with these very rich men. So that's not far off the course. I'm sure he's subsidizing everything that she wants and needs. I just want to get to the why. Can we get to the why? Because it's not just as superficial as, sure, let's do this. There's something deeper with Jules. And I just hope we get to explore that at some point. Is this the last season?
Yeah, yes. Of course it is. Why would you say that?
I was just wondering. I was just asking.
No, I just get really concerned because we know who the demographic is for this show. And like I said in my upload, baby, you are trying your best to legitimize Smex's work. And it's like, what's so wrong with it? When that roommate said, yeah, it's going to be fine because they're rich people, and rich people, they have stuff to lose. So you don't really have anything to worry about. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Like, he has access. He has money. He has like, because we don't know what all this man is into and what can evolve from just this. Well, if she's willing to let me do this and I can pay her for this and I can treat her like property for this, that, and that, what boundaries are there? We just don't know. So I don't want anybody to watch this and get the wrong idea. And it's like, oh, this is right over there with food out culture. And what's the big deal? People are not always who they appear to be, and you have to be careful. And somebody could watch this and be like, well, it was over there. Jules was cool. Don't do it. Don't do it. We don't know this man or his turtleneck. Nope.
What y'all think about their roommate though? Did you see how the roommate like was ear hustling on the phone with the mama? Do you think that was something, or do you think that was just
no one's Sam? It wasn't. I would like for it to be. I felt like it was. That's why I was like, are we going to get back to the roommate? Because when Jules is, dropping everything and the parents and I don't need this and I'm just going to be dependent upon this thing, but she's just addressing it like I'm just dropping out of school. But the roommate was giving like, girl, don't do that. Like, this may be some casualties to this way of life that I haven't expressed to you just yet. You might not want to drop your bag or your real purpose. Cause yeah, I'm over here struggling. She looked like she was down and out. And then we ain't never visit her again. So
because if the money that good, y'all don't need a roommate. Like she wouldn't need a roommate. So they can't be rolling in the door like that.
Is the roommate one of the dolls as well? I couldn't tell.
No.
I don't
okay.
No.
I don't
they just be popping up. Cause it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna drop everybody and just be over here with Ellis and his all black turtleneck. I said, what? I thought you was gonna clean up, Jules. I thought we were at least being smart. So if he does decide to give you the boot or whatever, you're stacking. No, you're just over here being kept and thinking that this man is gonna keep you forever. I don't know. This pissed me off. Little dirty. Dusty pissed me off. Said Ruth. Pissed me off because who are you talking to? This rubbed me the wrong way so much because boo, you trying to roll up with me and go to Nate and Cassie's wedding? Well, I haven't spoken to Nate. Yeah. Hush all that. I'm your sugar daddy now, girl. Girl, take this little change. So first of all, put your little pocket money up, Ruth.
Exactly.
You ain't got no money. Who are you propositioning? I thought with them kind of laid out here and I guess the afterglow, if you will, or whatever. I don't know why we were trying to act like we really be hot in the cakes all about Rue, little dirty self. Don't nobody want that. Did you shower? Did you clean between your lady parts, Rue, before you got stressed out? But when she laid there and it's like, well, I haven't, I thought we were going to go into like a deeper conversation of like, well, what's really going on? Now that the Smex is out the way, let's get personal. It was like, hush that up. Go take that and buy yourself something nice. I said, who do you think you are? But I'm expecting too much from Rue to even maybe think about, what, are you okay? Like, because she was looking at the surroundings when she got there, like, well, hell, what's really going on? Or you were like, no, I just came here for that, and you might as well be another customer. Whatever. I don't know. Were you cool with Lil Dusty rolling up with this proposition and her couple $100 bills? Because it wasn't that much.
Absolutely not, girl. First of all, I know the money was damp. Okay, and I know it was all like wet and like it was wet and crusty at the same. Look at it in the picture. Don't it look like crusty, like it was in somebody's sock or something? And it's not thick enough. Like what was Jules gonna do if she need to get her new bust down to go to the wedding? She can't do nothing with that little small stack. She can't get an outfit, shoes, lashes, nails, toes, and a bust down with that little small stack. You want me to show up to my bully from high school's / man I used to sleep with son that beat me up a couple times in a party wedding with this girl I don't like? I got to show up and show out I need at least $700. And what is that little stack gonna do? I don't know who Ruth thinks she is, who she feeling like She hang around a strip club. Maybe she's like mimicking what she sees, but she's not doing a good job. She looks like she smells. I don't like that. I feel like that. I didn't like the whole thing. I don't know. It just made me feel like, I don't know. And then I would like to see, well, we've already discussed. We letting it go. We just riding with it. I don't want to see. I'm not gonna even talk about it. Don't even worry about it. It is what it is.
Ashley.
Rue looks like Slick Rick. She looks like Slick Rick the Pimp with them satin shirts. Then she had her Miami Vice suit on. I said, go on, Rue, with your greasy hair. Listen, here's the thing. Girl, get your money. Rue, you got it to spend it. She's a big trick. Now would I have spent my rent money or the portion of rent that I pay on getting Jules and you get yourself something nice? I don't think I would do that, but Rue was feeling herself. Like, I finally got some of this after all these years. I put it on her. I put her to sleep. Let me get you something nice, sister. Like, it's coming in now. I work with the blacks. I'm over here. Things are much better, right, than me muling. So I have a little something. I want to share a little something. I didn't take it as, I'm quantifying your time, right? Listen, you gave me 2 hours. Here's, a little change for you. I thought this was really like, you have no excuses, Jules. Come to me with this wedding as my +1, and it's gonna be good. As much as I don't like Rue, I don't be thinking her intentions are bad a lot of the times. I just think she exists. Like, I don't know who she is.
That's even worse.
Listen, she's just high all the time, but she don't really seem to have a motive. She's like that, like, what is it? So just like a narrator with no motivation. Like, she just, you never know.
I thought she was going to call her NPC.
Like, honestly, after 3 seasons, we still don't know who the real Rue is. We still don't know who she is because she's high all the time. So, I wasn't mad at it. This is what crackheads do. If they, if they got it,
that's true. That's true.
Come out laid up here looking like Requiem for a Dream. Get y'all ass up. I don't like none of this. I hated it. Baby, Jules took that money and said, we gotta go to H&M. She said, I gotta go to H&M. Because where's the rest? What am I supposed to do with this? I couldn't just come at your friend. But we're moving up. I say y'all just doing whatever y'all want to do. 5 minutes ago, we were just in charge of the girls. Barely that, because Kadeem said, watch yourself, no horsing around. Girl, do your little job. And I might throw a couple 20s your way. Now we're an arms dealer. I said, when did we get this knowledge? When did you study? Do you have books on break? Like, when did you gain this much access to be running down the cartel of it all? I said, okay, you know what? Fine. It's just all for image purposes. We don't have any continuity. Now we just have knowledge of all arms and we're propositioning the man. Okay. She said, I'm moving up in the ranks yet again. So you move up every week. Every 4 days, Rue moves up in the ranks and she's doing something else. But we sit down with Alamo, I'm just biding my time until I can go legit. He said, what? Well, what do you mean go legit? Is this not legit? Like, who do you think you are? Like, he said, fine leather goods. I said, no, I wasn't saying that. I was just saying that you have a little stoic black man who don't say too much of anything. But it's like, let me tell you about guns and butter. I said, can we please leave this scene? Can we please leave this scene, Sam Levinson? You don't have the conversation about legitimacy in the state of America. Let's not do that. What we're really waiting on, which I'm thinking, because that's the only real interaction that she's had with Alamo, when she was like, oh, you really gonna pay to put her in rehab, Angel? All I gotta do is get her to go? You're a good man, Savannah. That's really nice that you have. I was like, yeah, well, you in the biz as long as I am. Baby, that girl is dead. She's dead. And we're trying to have these themes of the grass not being greener on the other side, because as far as Rue is concerned, baby, I've came up. Lori, where? I've came up. I'm over here with Alamo. It's going to be a matter of time, and I'm just making it rain, and we can go to H&M again. It's just like, yeah, that's not this, and he's not a good person, but we're really not doing a good job of making him a big bad. I'm telling y'all, if y'all was in them eyes at a BC streets, this man is a maniac, okay? He could be delivering so much, and Sam has given him nothing to do. So I'm just left to think that we're only waiting on the she's dead, but I dropped her off, so you're not a good person. You don't mean me any good. Oh my God, it's really easy for me to turn you into the DEA or something like that. Oh, if we're going down those slippery slopes, they could have kept the pig piss. I didn't need that. I didn't need the pig fragments. I didn't need that, Sam. But he's in his own world, in his own movie. Ashley,
What?
she's so. Why? How? When she start selling guns? Like how?
I don't know. I don't know what training class Rue took.
Oh, girl, Ashley, you play all day, girl. You crazy.
I don't know, Tyra. Like I was like, what I said, big ones, small ones. I got cute ones. I got nasty ones. You wanna really make a big haul? Here's this one. Let's try it out. I said, Rue, who are you? Who are you? I don't know. I don't know if it was all of her trips to Mexico as a mule. I don't know what knowledge she gained over there with Lori, but she came over here ready to go. I really feel like Rue has never had like any sort of self-awareness or like situational awareness about like Rue, you in danger, girl. I don't think she gets it at all. When he came in there the first night and said to her, you know how much power your coochie got, or whatever he said. I said,
The same thing, take her ass out and dope her up, and she escaped.
Yeah, I don't understand why she felt automatically that this was a space that she, other than the hoes, because Rue ain't seen a coochie she don't like. But outside of that, I don't know what would make you cozy up to this man. And it's just so bizarre. And I'm trying to understand the relevance of the pig of it all. I'm like, is it because the DEA is introduced? Was that supposed to be some sort of foreshadowing about the police starting to get involved? I'm really trying to make it make sense over here. But Rue is just, I don't want to call the baby delayed, but she's different. I'm going to say it's the dope. I'm going to say it's the drugs that she just doesn't understand. And like I said, stop complaining, Rue. And Rue, stop complaining on these people. This is not the people that you share your life's dreams and ambitions with. You go over here, you get your coin, and then you go scissor, and do whatever you want to do. But then you come to work, you clock in and you clock out. I don't think she gets that yet. I really hate the narrative with Alamo and this pig and this little petty beef between Lori. Because like I said before, in the earlier seasons, when we were over there with Fez and Ashtray and them, it was real in them streets. I was nervous for them. I was like, oh, y'all really out here hustling. Over here, this just seems so fabricated. Like it just doesn't feel real, man. And that's what I want from it. I will say in these scenes, to me, Bishop has been the bright spot, the person that's kind of stood out more as far as me just wanting to get to know who he is. And now find out he's a pet assassin. I'm over here with Bishop. I just want to see how it plays out. I really do. I want to see what other animals have to die.
Leave Bishop where he at. Bishop is in an alternate universe over there in Atlanta. Okay, he's in a different show. He's in a totally different show. He's a totally different character. That's why he works here. He's supposed to be over there in Atlanta. Elle, when did Rue learn how to sell guns? When did she even figure out what a gun was?
So I watched it the first night, the night it came out on my own, and then I watched it so that I can make my video. And on the first watch, I was like, what the hell is this even about, right? And on the second watch with this specific part, I was like, oh, this is a dream. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. It got to be a dream. There's no other rhyme or reason in my mind that Rue would now be Justin Hammer from Iron Man. Like that don't make no sense to me. Because Rue is not, I mean, Rue, I would assume that she's an intelligent girl. I don't want to you want to call a girl delayed. You ate with that one, Ashley. I ain't gonna lie, girl. You ate down with that one. But I just feel like, and then also, I think that Rue has, even though she's been in addiction, she has been protected in that entire time. She's been protected by Fez. She's been protected by Jules. She's been protected by Ashtray. She's been protected by her mama. She's been protected in her little high school bubble. She ain't never really get active like Ashtray and Fez were. And even when she did come in contact with whoever that was at somebody's house, somebody drugged her up. I don't know what happened, child, but when she did get really close to it, she had Fez, and we already know Fez wasn't gonna let anything happen to Rue. And now that she doesn't have that, she does not have the situational aware, because she's a kid for all intents and purposes, right? She's been like hood shit adjacent all that time. And so maybe she thinks that because she's been adjacent to it and kind of got her fingertips on it, that she can handle it and that she recognizes what it is. But she's a dummy, babe. She don't know what's going on. So, you know, good luck, girl. I guess. I mean, I don't know what, you know, I just feel like if we're going with the whole none of this makes sense or matters anyway, then let that girl be an arms dealer, girl. She probably a casino dealer, a drug dealer, a gun dealer. She probably sell meat pies, girl. Who knows? We don't know. She can do whatever she want to do at this point.
Oh, I just don't want the revelation to only be, oh man, you killed Angel, so you're not a good man, Savannah. No, it was never that. And this pisses me off even more because you will never act like Rue is just that much of a commodity. This slavery that's happening here, give us free. This Amistad boat that y'all want Rue to be on, it irritates my soul because there is really like no legitimate beef. They try to put a little ketchup on it, like, well, it's actually about the fentanyl, and you lost one of my girls, so I'm taking yours. But it would never be, Rue, I miss her. I actually miss her. We can let's kidnap her. I was like, because Rue is just so important. And I'm guessing, you know, it's just supposed to like, well, it's just really not that. It's just a little petty riff-raff and tit for tat. They really don't care about Rue. You couldn't have fooled me. They act like Rue is a mover and shaker. Like we just can't. But at the same time, we're gonna drag her through the mud and call her worthless. But it's like, okay, well, you came and you brought the pig, so now we got to take something that belongs to her. The whole mission in this episode being to take out the paladin. I say this poor bird. This bird ain't ever did nothing to nobody. This is Lori's best good friend. She talked to that one like she got more sense than anybody else. We go to the door. It's once again no situational awareness. We're just gonna go, and we're here. It comes up. So get me out of here. Get me out of this Western. Do you feel lucky? Do you, punk? I said, what is that? Good. Gonna pop out. This is not that, but he tries. I was hoping that this would be a way to intertwine, because for the life of me, I'm always trying to figure out why Faye's here. I'm really not into seeing Faye being objectified every single episode, mentally, physically, sexually, verbally. It's just it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, this is too much. But I was like, okay, we're gonna blend the two. Cause Faye gonna listen if she ain't gonna do nothing, and she's gonna run interference through and go, hey girl, they talking about kidnapping you, setting you up. I don't know what's happening, but this is what it is. I'm not just here to be hanging on to this man who think he found the love of his life. I don't know. But we don't even do that. We come here and we commence the mission, set the terms. They say, baby, we really don't have to use you. You ain't the only game in town, Lori. Pipe down. You did your little cute thing with the pig. We're gonna test these drugs out and we're gonna do business as usual. If not, what's good? We have that. She comes through with her little pissy proposition. I hate anytime we have Lori on screen. That voice just Bueller. It just does something to me that I do not enjoy. But yeah, Rue says no, I'm good where I'm at. And it felt like there was supposed to be some foreshadowing, like, well, you think it's all good over there now. Just wait and see. You were really with the winning team over here, Rue, even though you owed me money. But if you want to go over there and think Alamo is giving you something better that I can't, go ahead. And of course, at the end of the episode, we have that fall down in the worst way. It was very animatronic. I say, what button did y'all press to make that bird fall like that? It was so damn robotic, and this is not going to end here. We got some retaliation now. You killed my mama bird. No, my mama bird, Gina. Okay, whatever. When was Rue ever this important to be fighting about in these streets?
Literally never, friend. Literally have never in her whole life been this important. I don't know. I ain't know. See, what I was thinking was, if you are in a situation like what Rue was in, you don't really have a choice. Like, you don't have no options. Like, hey, you want to cut? Like, do you want to? Do you want to? You don't ask somebody who is in Rue's situation their opinion, or like give them options about what. That's what I thought. But again, none of it matters, girl. It don't matter no way. So let Rue have her job interview over there by Lori and turn down a job interview, girl. It's fine. It's all good. But I just really feel like I don't understand well, no, I'm gonna say it. I don't understand what the point of that is. Like, what the point of all of these extra country bumpkin desert hoodlums are. Like, what's the point of them there? Just because all they do is just add an element of racial, like an injection of racism into the show that I personally don't need it. I mean, they might have a subset of people out there who would enjoy that, but I don't want to see it. I feel like there's like a racial undertone this season that I'm not really checking for, and majority of it comes from Lori and her bumpkins. So I hope, I don't know. I hope something falls on their house or they all get like carbon monoxide poisoning or something, child. I don't know, but I did feel bad for the bird. I feel like they could have showed him just falling and let me assume that he died. I didn't want to see no paresthesia, girl. That is crazy. Why would they even want me to see that? Somebody had to spend so much time rigging a fake parrot to look like it was dying on a dirty bird cage. Look how dirty that cage is. That poor animal suffered enough.
Oh Lord, not the undertones, overtones. Because Lori said I didn't know that the Negroes like westerns too. Like, oh,
right. I
you
didn't know your
blacks
black ass like westerns. What? I can't believe it.
At this point, I'm waiting on Lori to pop out in a Confederate sarong. Ashley,
Okay.
how did you feel about this?
Girl, because who don't like westerns? Who didn't grow up on Bonanza, Hops, and Little John and them? Listen, I was over in the dun 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 dun. We was over there. She playing. I don't know why she said that, because he had an afro. Because Bishop came in there unapologetically black. She ain't like that. I was waiting for his black power fist to come out on the pic somewhere. But again, as you guys have both talked about, Tyra talked about it last week too, Elle, as far as just why we needed this injection of racism this season, the hard ERs, the ends of it all last episode, and now the blacks, or we're all white supremacists over here. This is what we do in Lori's camp, and let's kidnap her. Let's make her. She belongs to us. We own Rue. Rue's ours. It just doesn't land for me. Again, it just feels like a completely separate show whenever we go over, whether it's the silver slipper, or we go over to Lori's place. I don't get this. And Lori, well, I do miss her. I mean, so we could kidnap her, because I do kind of miss Rue. Why do you miss Rue?
For what?
Calvin, exactly. The same reason Calvin Candy was over there.
Listen, what made knowing Rue so deep that you can't live without her now, Rue? I mean, she transported $1 million in her stomach. I know she did. She was swallowing them. It was like 30, 40 balloons that she swallowed. You got your money back, Lori. I don't understand why we're still contending with this. I'm here for the pet assassin. I liked it. I liked how everybody when he was over there playing with her, he was like, no, I just wanted a feather, for my focus. I'm a real cowboy. Yeah. I'm a cowboy, baby. I said, all right, Bishop. And then when the bird drops, I fell out. I said, well, that's a perfect way to end the episode. And then we got to see written by, directed by, produced by Sam Levinson. I said, all right, Sam, we get it. This is all you, Bookie Butt. And we see it. But no, I mean, it's par for the course, I guess. I guess they're trying to add some shock value. As far as Faye is concerned, I love Faye down. Faye grew on me last season, and I'm hoping she's there as an op. I really am hoping there's a deeper purpose over here, because I would hate that she just got caught back up in her addiction and is just over here no reason being mistreated by these people, and like you said, objectified and squares on. I don't know.
So Faye was Fez's girl. Where did she come from?
Remember, she got dropped off. She was a crackhead that got dropped off with Fez, and they had to take care of her.
They were in the car, right?
Yeah, she witnessed a deal with Lori, and so then it was like, you just need to stay with Fez. You don't have no place to stay, because she was on that Ron. She was on that hair Ron, right? Yeah. And he just took her in. And she was ironing and cleaning up the house and stuff. And then her boyfriend said everybody
could have interfered to let Fez and let Fez and Ashtray know that her boyfriend was on the take, and waited to the last moment. She did. She took too long. She took too damn long. This could have all been avoided. But in the sense of this show, she has no reason to be here. She's just here to be objectified. Let's get into the wedding, because look here. Commentators, I'm about sick of y'all, because y'all always trying to make something out of nothing. You don't know what you're talking about, Tyra. Everybody wants to make this a thing about Maddie and Nate Maddie was not concerned with Nate. This wasn't about Nate and her feeling like
Go
she
to a hot place. I saw
this
that.
isn't this isn't about her feeling like she missed out on something or the life that she could have had with Nate. This is a deeper situation. This is about the relationship that she had with Cassie. This is a loss of friendship. She's sitting there contemplating and having deep thoughts about Cassie. It's like, shut up. This is not that. This is not that. Now, to falling off the bone, baby, Maddie's dress, she said tenderism. That damn dress was it was one gust of wind from just everything being exposed. But we showed up here green with envy and ready to stunt. Cause look at me. Like, this is a stunt dress. This don't have nothing to do with Cassie. What are you talking about? What are y'all talking about? This was not that. The way my girl was over there deep in thought, deep in tears, deep in, well, like it was like, was it really that bad? I just know, he hit me up and choked me out that time and did the Russian roulette moment and threatened my life multiple times. But he said that I was going to be Ginger in Casino with my fur coat. This could have been me. I'm over here struggling. I got to leave here and excuse myself, go back to that basement. I'm making it appear like I'm living a good life, but I'm really not. And I'm feeling a little regret because that was supposed to be me. This half a destiny swap for my life. I don't think it was if it was real low as far as how she felt about Cassie in this moment. And man, you really chose him. That's what they're saying in the comments. Like, she was upset because you chose Nate over me and our friendship. So okay, if you say so. But we did not have our moment. I was just waiting. I was like, so when are we going to have a one-on-one with Maddie and Nate and we're going to acknowledge the elephant in the room? And it was just like, no, y'all going to get that in a later episode because you're not going to get it at this wedding. I did not like how we had Jules roll her ass up later when, she was feeling a little bit more, emotional than
I'm telling you, that irritated me real bad.
She had to excuse herself. So don't tell her business. Don't do that. But it really hit hard in this episode when the raggedy ass parents stood up, said, "Oh yeah, whoo! It's really comforting, when your son ends up with the right one." Because he could have been over there with that. You see that one over there in the green dress? They might as well have pointed at Maddie. He could have ended up with her, and his life could have been treacherous. But he got a prize. She's a symbol of his status. She's beautiful. She's everything. She's Cassie. F that one over there in that green dress, that heathen, because he could have been over there with her. Thank you, Lord, for small favors. I said, well, goddamn, like, why would y'all do that? But Maddie took it on the chin and she left and went on about her way. But I think that we're having her down in the depths now to have her set up this season for a comeback because she said, I'm down and out and they're living the good life. Meanwhile, we know they suffering like hell. Elle, how did you feel about Maddie? And did this have anything to do with Cassie?
I just hate that Maddie didn't get to see Cassie freak out at the wedding because she had left. And I hate that she didn't get to see Nas come and squeeze all his trapezoid muscles on his shoulder at the table when they were trying to play it out. Like, Maddie would have clocked that instantly. Like, I feel like if she would have just waited a little longer, girl, you got to wait for the tea. You know what I'm saying? You can't waste your off the bone dress, your tenderism, girl. You done wasted it. Ain't nobody see you do the bus stop or nothing, girl. But I do think that that comment that Nate's mom made about Maddie is another indication that they didn't like Maddie, not because she wasn't of the same well, also they didn't like her because she was not of the same socioeconomic status. But I be forgetting Maddie is Latina. That's a Latina lady. You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't checking for that at all. And I have seen a lot of comments about that being the reason why he was physically abusive to Maddie and why he's not to Cassie. Because she is the prize, right? She's the blonde, big titty white lady that everybody's supposed to want, and you gotta treasure that because that is the prize. So I'm gonna have to put my little, I mean, not really, but I'm gonna have to put my thinking cap on about that and sit with that. But I do hate that Maddie was feeling some kind of way. But I do remember feeling at like 21, 22, if I saw my friend, going to Barbados, and I'm like, she got money to go to Barbados. Damn, she living a life whole time. Whole time. You know what I'm saying? She might have done something scandalous to get that trip or had to, go into debt or what have you. And it does appear at that age when you start seeing people, have these things, you get jealous, like you feel some kind of way. So it could be about I was about to say, what's that girl name? What's the one? What's
Cassie.
her name? Thank you, girl. It could be about her. It could be about, wanting other. It could be who, because you know what? We don't really know who this Maddie is. They done changed everybody, child. We ain't really get to see Maddie. I don't know who Maddie is. Is Maddie who I know her to be, the baddie, Maddie the baddie? Or is she some dummy that's gonna try to who knows? I'm gonna have to put a pin in her though, because we haven't really gotten to see her yet, and I feel like they're making me wait too long also, because that's who I really came over here for anyway. I don't want to see nobody else but what Rue got going on in Maddie and now Bishop, because he my friend.
Yes, it's hard because the Maddie we met, I was like, oh, Maddie's going to come to this wedding and stunt, but she's also going to be above it all because I know I didn't lose out on anything. But then the narration, Maddie didn't know if she should try to just use Cassie or get back at Nate, or I was like, we still caring about Nate like that at this point? But we'll see. But yeah, we would definitely.
Maybe he was dropping that package off. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she ain't really had it good like that since Nate. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
She said, I don't
in
have
that
time
thing.
for men. A couple episodes ago, she said, Mom, I'm trying to get a bag. I got your bills to pay and mine. I don't have time for any relationships. But it was always given a type of, not even like a class issue. It was always layered in some type of race because Cassie don't come from any money. That's why we were like, how you acting like something ghetto and like you just always had a bag? It never gave that. So it's definitely all about Maddie being a Latina.
Yeah.
Ashley?
I don't know. I think that that's a part of it, but I also think if we go back to who Cassie was at the time, she was very docile. She was very whatever you like, and Maddie never really gave that. So I'm gonna give them a little bit of piece of that. But then there's also this thing of how they've tried to force Cassie's character down our throats as this is the ideal perfect woman and she is, the end all be all and everyone wants her, which I never understood this. But can I talk about Maddie's face card for a moment? Because she ate down. I was like, girl, you look so good. You look so gorgeous. Cassie could never. But honestly, in the comments, I saw that too. Oh, it's about their friendship. She's mourning the loss of this friendship that she had with Cassie. That was her bestie. No, baby. It's 4 or 5 years later. Yeah. This is about, to me, one, this life that you've envisioned or imagined for yourself, these big dreams that you've had that aren't coming to fruition. And then I come here and I see you living the very dream you said you always wanted. Also, I think there's the thing of this should have been or could have been me. But then also this idea of I've never been good enough. Like I've never been. I'm still not, right? Because even if we're seeing the little piece of journey we've seen of Maddie so far this season, arriving there and I got to get it out the mud and I'm living in the projects with concrete walls with my clothes. Like it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot to come home to that alley dark in the middle of the night and you got to walk over broken glass and syringes, Tyra, to get into your abode after you just saw this beautiful wedding with $50,000-$60,000 worth of flowers. I'd be upset as well. Let me go home and cry a tear in my pillow. And then tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'm going to get this bag because basically, in effect, she is going to be Cassie's pimp. So again, if she was so missing this relationship with Cassie, she shouldn't anymore because now they're back in each other's life. I think this was about more than Nate. Although when he got grabbed in that last scene, I said, Jacob Elordi. I had no idea. If you run the scene back, and I did because I spliced it for a clip, I said, wow. I said, you're grabbing him by that? I said, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. It makes a little bit more sense. So if you're missing Nate because of that, Maddie, I get it, girl. Go on.
First of all, I will never play with you because when you spot stuff, you're supposed to share it with the class. I did not get that deal. You didn't tell me anything.
It was
It was girthy.
When?
Girl,
it was robust. It was robust.
I was like, what?
You didn't tell me?
I'm so sorry. I thought you knew.
I wasn't paying. I ain't never checked for Jacob like that. I didn't know it was packing.
You got to catch the print, Tyra. You got to catch that print.
I wasn't looking. He just be tall. I ain't never he's just not like somebody like the lure around Jacob. I just never got that memo. It was never that for me.
It was the grip around it. It was the grip because he picks him up by it, Tyra. When you got to go to the scene. And he picks him up and it was like it didn't seem as though the man could close his hand. That's all I'm gonna say. So if it's like that, Jacob, if it's like that, Nate, I kind of
we'll be right back after these messages. I'm gonna go see. It's here. damn, you're supposed to run interference and let me know what's going on. Okay. Now look at here, all of you people who were mad because I said, why didn't y'all just put Cal in prison? I said what I said. That has nothing to do with Eric Dane or the ALS or the loss that's happening here. And the fact that he's able to act through, and we clearly see that it's taking a toll on him physically. That has nothing to do with that. Love him. RIP to him. Fabulous actor. But Cal belongs in prison. Okay? I thought when we had the moment, because we're not going to get a moment outside of this where he gets to sit down and talk with Jules. I was like, oh, okay, come on, accountability. I knew we weren't going to have any when she rolled up with that dress falling off the bone. And he was like, the wife was like, do you know? Yeah, it's just, one of Nate's old classmates or something. I don't know. I was like, oh, we're still on that nonsense. I thought that there was going to be some accountability in this conversation. Cal is rolling up on Jules like, if it wasn't for you pesky kids, if it wasn't for y'all rolling up and them tapes getting turned in, and now I'm on the offenders list. Now I'm an alcoholic. Now I can't even really just get a job like that. I can't even move in the world. But it was, you look good. It was like, wow, I'm like, ew. I was like, ew, Cal, ew. There was nothing that registered like what I did was wrong. I take full accountability for what I did, or them really acknowledging what took place between them, how that affected Jules, how he had some revelation about his life and his sexual prowess and what that really meant for him, or even for Nate. It was just like, yeah, I'm down bad, but I'll drink to that. It was like, that's it. That's it. I didn't show up for Cal to give Dusty dirty old man, but that's what he's giving. The most that we got out of this conversation was the fact that Nate rang true to his word, and that tape that we gave Jules of her moment with Cal, that was the only one that didn't get turned in to the federales. So it's like, okay, well, at least he held up to his word. But Cal is still very much Cal, and Jules just looks good, and it's just like, well, yeah, that's it. I guess that's it. Elle, is that it?
I hated this scene because I felt like Jules did not give what needed to give in this conversation because, even if you don't give even if you don't care about yourself, being a minor with this man, you don't care that all these other children was like, he's a PDF situation with these children and recorded it and just was out here being a menace. And she was like, yeah, you do like them young. Mm-hmm, yeah. Oh, so you a little dot on the map. Oh, okay. It just was very like lackadaisical in conversation to me, and I didn't like that. And Jules, I was not here for Jules this episode. She was not giving what needed to give. Her side boob profile was the only thing that was redeeming about her the whole episode. But I felt like the conversation was too just airy and fanciful and just, not at all acknowledging what happened. And it was too short and it was gross. And I wasn't here for it. And I also don't like that Cassie did not put that man in a suit that matched the rest of the vibe. Why was he looking like he was on the beach, child? He looked like he was drunk. I just wasn't here for him, and I'm not here for him. And not Eric. I'm not talking about Eric. I'm talking about Cal.
Are you muted?
Is that me?
I was yelling at them kids. My bad.
Oh, okay.
They just don't get the memo. there is no memo to really register what we wanted this conversation to be. It just really gives more of the agenda right along with all the fetishism this season. Like, you know what? That along with Smeck's work, along with, the proclivities of somebody like Cal, are they really that bad? Yes, they are. And we needed this conversation to be different. Ashley, were you satisfied with this conversation?
No, I haven't been satisfied with Cal's appearance this season. I feel like with the writing and the way that he had to show up on camera right now, because at this point his condition is progressed severely, right? They say he was actually in a wheelchair for portions of this, so he was already declining in health. And could it be that it was in poor taste, that it just, and I know everyone, Eric Dana said that this was, the most fulfilling thing that he did and he kind of needed this. I just think there was another way I think there was another better way to do this. Rather than covering up his real life sickness with, oh, he's just drunk all the time. Like, could we have gone a little bit deeper? Like, was there ever a potentiality for that? Every time he's on the screen, it made me feel really uncomfortable. And I didn't like the conversation because the young ones are beautiful. Like, what the hell are you saying? You've learned nothing. Like, you know nothing about Snow. Like, it wasn't. And I really hate that this is my last remembrance of him in a role. And he's no longer with us. I really despise this character, Cal, and this whole thing didn't make it any better for me. And Jules, I think it just shows how stunted she is. I don't think she gets it still.
Yeah, that would
Did
make
they
sense.
ever show us how Nate and his daddy got back cool? Like enough to like be at the wedding and take over the business and do all the stuff? Or did I okay, because I just, sometimes I feel like I just be missing stuff, child. They just be throwing stuff in there on me.
No. Not y'all say it was the music for me. They said Maddie's gonna walk out to this under the sea. I said, what is this music in the background, Hans? And then we have this, and I was still unfulfilled. I said, what does this mean? What does this mean? These are moments that we were waiting on because the way Jules looked back almost kind of lovingly, like, oh, he didn't. Not my tape. It wasn't my tape. It was somebody else underage. We're not concerned with that, but it wasn't mine. So Nathan really, he actually cared. Let's go over here and have this one-on-one. It was like, so yeah, after we bring up Maddie, you didn't, yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Didn't expect to see you here. I'm happy that you came. Yeah, you love who you love. Yep. I was like,
okay.
But we say that and we look all lovingly. It looks very like it should have been you, Jules. It was always you, Jules. I'm like, are you still having that type of connection or chemistry with one another? Is it still like in that awkward space? Is this closure? Like, are you is Cassie a placeholder for who you wanted Jules to be? Like, what does this mean? And it sucks because you know that we are not going to come back to anything or really remember to, hey, we want to fulfill something with an audience who kind of was invested in our dynamic, as toxic as it was, to just really have some closure on that end. It's like, no, I think that this is going to be it. And you love who you love. But even that statement was in adjacent to Maddie. He's not talking directly to her. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. Ashley?
I'm sorry, this was such a throwaway to me. Because what are you doing? What are you doing? And you talking about with your soccer mom haircut, Nate? Go somewhere and sit down. And Jules, why are you giggling? Like, it was like, oh, you know, I know. Like, and here's the issue. Just in terms of continuity and with writing, I think the last thing we saw in season 2 of the two of them when he turns over the disc, and she was like, oh, so you're a good person now? He was like, absolutely not. Do you know what I did to get this? And I think we can't just rehabilitate his character in 2 episodes and say he's this completely different man. He's still a demon. He's still a devil. Like, he's still the one who sent them people to Fez's place to blow up the spot. Like, Nate will never be kind. He's still the man that got Tyler in jail. Taylor, is that man still in jail after all these years?
Oh my God.
Listen.
I forgot about him.
No, I forgot about nothing.
Listen,
The North remembers.
Like, he is not a good person. There's nothing that should be making you feel like, oh my gosh, like it almost gave that they're going to try to attempt something here that he never followed through with. And I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need that. She's already on the blade. All right. I don't need her over on that yellow shag carpeting with Nate. Like, just please stop. I don't. Because Nate, who do you really love? Do you love anyone? Because you don't even love yourself, Buki. And Jules, unfortunately, neither do you. You don't love yourself.
Now she's on the blade.
You know what? I don't know why, but it just struck me as so weird. And it was at the beginning of the scene. And that's how I know the scene was about to be on some bullshit. Because she was out there smoking a cigarette. And she let him take a drag off of her cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all? That's not something you like. I'm not a smoker, but I know people that smoke. That's not something that you do unless you like really, 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 really cool with somebody. Like, and I just felt like it was just so familiar. That's like a familiar thing to do. You know how you always see people in bed after they have sex and they sharing a cigarette because it's like an intimate moment. Why are y'all so intimate? Like, why is that something that y'all are comfortable doing? It just felt so off and so weird and just so thrown together. It was like somebody just suggested it. Like it wasn't a written scene. They were like, you know what we should do? Jules and Nate, they should go out on this patio and have a little time together. Let's just see what happened. Just wing it, y'all. And that's what we got. And I'm like, first of all, y'all made me wait 4 years between season 2 and season 3. And this is what you choose to give me after all this time, when you know good and well I came over here for Maddie and then you just let her leave. And I don't, irritated. I know I sound like a grumpy ass old lady, and I'm definitely turning into one. But I'm telling you, this episode had me real irritated because I just feel like I'm being gaslit. Like, what did I do? I didn't do nothing. I'm over here giving you ratings. Why you treating me like that? It's not fair.
Not I'm over here giving you ratings. L, please. It is, y'all. When he roll up acting like this is Nathaniel. I don't know where Nate is, but Nathaniel is here. Let's get into the wedding. They said you're going to see these 50K worth of flowers. There were flowers. The flowers were regurgitated everywhere. It was just vomit, like, flowers, flowers, flowers. I was like, oh, they look so cheap, though. I thought
Cheap.
that
Silk.
because of a moment, I was like, are they plastic? I was like, maybe there's a mix. Maybe there's a mix. But Cassie was happy. It was the way that we just kind of leaped into the wedding. I thought the wedding was going to be such a moment that we were going to be building up and, the whole thing. They were like, no, we're going to just get into the wedding. He's going to vomit. He's going to be nervous. Cassie's going to be Cassie. But now we're here. The way that Mama Cassie decided that she was going to use this moment to talk about all the reasons why her marriage fell, why marriage sucks. But not you, my masterpiece. Not you. I was like, girl, I love her. She steals the scene every single time. And they normally only give her 5 minutes. They give her 5 minutes to say her little piece, but she's gonna steal a moment every single time. I love that we went down the aisle and it was very much like, whoo, girl, if I could go back, I would have never married your father. My life is gonna be just tormented. Like, oh, but that doesn't mean anything about you and your relationship with Nate. Let's just get on down there. But the actual wedding was a hot mess. I could not believe that we had that heifer stand behind and beside us. I like the wedding. Those bridesmaids' dresses were ugly. I really hated those. I really hated those. But when we have the Nazim roll up, like, yeah, it was very Stewie, very Family Guy. He said, "Where's my money, man? you got money. You got money for lobster and for stretch Hummers, but you don't have my money." And Cassie's being like, "What the hell? What the hell is going on here?" And then we finally really figure out, oh, you're broke. Oh, you've been lying. You're robbing this person to pay that. You're not holding. You're a liar and you're broke. When we got down to the 2-step and he was like, we're going to be fine. I'm going to get it back in blood. And, we might have to downsize. Me? Cassie? Downsize? Never. Never. I didn't marry you for that. She said, I've been giving head on the regular. I've been showing up as a proper wife. And you're broke. You're supposed to provide. You're a liar. You're a liar. Cork. I said, oh my God. You would not hit that man with a corkscrew in his face. That was crazy to me. Knocked him. I was like, oh, that's it. I was like, oh my God, he about to backhand her in front of all of these people. He about to hurt her. That happened. And then we have the wife. I said, you had her stand up here as a bridesmaid when she sold you out in just the past 3 episodes alone. Not to say that we shouldn't be, because whose money? She said, that we gave up our kids' college funds to invest. I said, girl, who the hell told you to do that? Cassie said, how is that my business? Like, what am I supposed to do with that information? That's why you out here with you put you on live and I give you $1,000. That's why you out here acting like Boosie? Because you're trying to cover for his debt? Not my man. He's not broke. This wedding was a mess and I was here for every single moment of it. But Cassie, I try to not go back to the other seasons, because Cassie acts like she's meeting Nate for the first time and that he hasn't been a massive manipulator. He hasn't been a liar. He hasn't been abusive. He hasn't been all these things. I just know who you are now and what you promised me. And you told me that if I was a prim proper housewife, that you were going to provide for me because a man provides. She said, you ain't no man. I said, God, oh my God. And then that's just that. I had a good time with all of this. Cassie is going to cry. she's gonna cry, and then she's gonna cry some more. Elle, how did you feel about this wedding?
Well, for 50K, okay, I'm thinking you getting some like Egyptian, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't get my words out. Elle, what is going on?
Is that on purpose? You're like chipmunk voice.
Yeah.
Are you doing that?
Do you have an effect on? Like, do you have
Yeah, like a button press.
like a button on your voice?
No.
You sound like Alvin in the Chipmunks over there. You sound like Theodore.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I'm dead ass serious.
No.
You do. You sound Elle. Okay, Elle. Before you do anything, please. I was about to ask you to sing it. Yes. I swear. I love Black people so much. I should say, before you touch anything, please sing Christmas at this time of year, please. Oh, God. I can't. Okay. I don't know what to do now. I'm gonna give you a. It's still there. And I'm gonna let you work on that, Ashley. Ashley, what did you think about this wedding?
Excuse me. Woo! Woo! I thought it was on purpose. I thought it was for dramatic effect. I was like, "Ooh, look at Elle being dramatic." She's got voice effects on. Okay. Okay. The wedding. I didn't mind the flowers, and I know y'all saw nouveau riche, a big brooch. I wasn't mad at it. Now, as far as Sue's walking down the aisle, talking about, yeah, this was on my last happy day. After that, your father was a crackhead and my life was over and ruined, and I had you two to take care of. I thought that was a terrible start. As much as I don't like Cassie's character, I said, well, damn, that's not what you want to hear as you're going to, meet your husband at the end of this aisle, your future husband. Now, as far as the nuptials themselves, I think this was the fastest ceremony I've ever seen. It was like 2.3 seconds. It was like, you do, I do, we do. Let's go to the reception. James Brown utterly pissed me off because why did you have that bad James Brown impersonator? If you're going to get a James Brown impersonator, get a good one. Like, I didn't need that. I hated that very much. I think the MVP of the wedding for me, there were two of them. The friend's wife, the one who said Cassie's disgusting and she's on the OnlyFans, and Nas. Nas came in there like, I don't give a damn. You owe me $100,000. You're supposed to pay me Friday. Don't forget about anything here. For me, it's just the lackadaisicalness that Nate has. Like, life isn't real. Like, stuff isn't serious when you owe somebody $500,000 or more. My theory is he got his friends to invest at that pool party the other night. He took that money to pay for them, all them flowers, all them roses, all them peonies. And now he has no money to give Nas. So I fear it's going to be the worst. Like I said, as soon as the cork hit Nate in the eye, I thought he was going to slap a hoe. I was like, they're going to have to hold him back. He needs to be restrained. This is going to be very, 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 very bad. It didn't go that way. I thought the dance was fun. I'm not mad at the at the real men, baby. I had a good time over there with that. Yeah, but that was it for the wedding. I like To the Windows, to the Walls. Everybody got up and danced. I said James Brown singing To the Windows, to the Walls. Something I've never seen before, but I had a good time. Good time.
We are going to keep going. Elle, regardless of how your voice sounds.
Yeah, just
What did you think about this wedding?
sing out, Louise.
I don't want to do it. I'm embarrassed now.
Oh my God, I really want to know how you did that.
I don't know.
You don't have like like a special button on your microphone or like something that you took out?
No, I don't have nothing.
I don't know what to do.
I don't either. Y'all set me up.
We did not set you up. I promise.
And you're in the restream, right? You're in the restream. Do you play?
I am. I don't know what to do.
Is it?
I don't get these chipmunk notes. Nah, I don't like the flowers. Okay, the flowers was cheap. The flowers was nasty. The flowers was not clean. They were cheap, and they look like they stink. And it was not enough variation in flower sizes. Now,
Y'all know I'm goofy. Please, ew. Because how are we gonna elaborate here? I just don't even know what to do.
it's always some shit with me. I swear, bro. It's the story of my life.
Oh gosh, I guess I just can't. Oh my god, I done went to the wrong thing. Okay. I love you, Elle. I really do. This is the bright spot in the live that I did not expect, honey. We get down to it because the wedding comes to an end. We get the cork to the face, and it's just very like, you know what? He said, baby, I'm sorry. I was going to tell you, I just really wanted us to get through this day. I wanted this day to just be the best day that you've ever had. I didn't want to ruin it, but I was going to be honest, but don't worry about it. I'm going to get back on my feet. Let's just focus on tonight. We're going to carry over the threshold and make sweet love in this dusty Palm Royale ass. I said, what? I don't know what 1963 shag of a home. All right. I did not expect this. I thought Nazim was going to roll up at another time. He said, no, I can't give you no more time. I'm not going to let you enjoy this wedding night. You didn't pay up. So now I came to collect in the worst way. It was Cassie for me. Cassie was already materialism adjacent down at the wedding because it's already for quite some time has been giving Nate is struggling. He's suffering emotionally. He's suffering financially. And she's just been kind of ignoring it. And I'm going to believe what he said. If he tells me he's fine, he's fine. I really could give a damn. But you're supposed to be providing. This is supposed to be perfect. This is supposed to be my day. So by the time we got here, I said, okay, this is when Cassie breaks out of her Mrs. Frankie Lyman. Do you need this mink coat? Do you want the money from the fridge? I'm making a little money on OnlyFans now. How much is it? I can put a little bit towards it. I will show my whole ass crack behind my husband. Just don't hit him no more. Just don't drag him down no more steps. Just don't. Oh Lord, not the pinky toe. And it was just like, no. Nazim said he doesn't listen. He doesn't. No, he never listens. He's just so stupid. This is me. It's supposed to be my day. Like it's just ruined. Like, oh my God, Nate. By the time Cassie got that floor to the face in the blood, she did not care. I thought that, normally in these scenarios, because I don't know what movie Sam thinks he's in, but like in the aftermath, you'll like, no matter how battered we are, I'm going to make my way over to my husband to see if he's okay. And just like, just back up. I'm going to protect him with my body because I'm going to get you your money. We're going to do it. She was just like, no. She said, I hate it here. You're not a provider. You're not a man. You're not a protector. This was supposed to be about me. I could give a damn about what's going on with you. I said, baby, she does not give a damn about this man. And Nate is getting exactly what he deserves. I say, we're doing all of this work, Sam, to present Nathaniel as a new character. And he's a soft man. I want to be a good man to you. I want to be a good husband. I want to be a good father, for our kids in the future, babe. And then he comes in here and gets his ass brutally whipped. Sam said, oh, don't y'all feel a little sorry for Nate? No. Absolutely not. This will never be anything more than some just desserts for me and him getting what he rightfully deserves for everything that he's done. I'll be trying to stay away from them karma streets, but this very much so gives karma, so I could never feel sorry for him. Did I want to see this? No. Did I feel sorry for Nate? No. Was I expecting Cassie to give a little piece of a damn? A little bit, but she didn't. Ashley?
Yeah, again, the best part of this was the grip and the pinky toe cut off. I enjoyed myself over here. I'm supposed to be happy. This is my special day, Nate. What is happening right now? I said, your husband's going to bleed out. He's going to bleed. The way the blood was squirting from that missing toe, I said, girl, are you going to call somebody? Are you going to try to bind the wound? Are you going to grab one of those yellow pillows off the couch and try to apply some pressure? It was like, damn, Nate, you out here, buddy. You're out here on your own. I don't know what's going to happen with you. But again, you don't go around making deals with loan sharks, borrowing that much money, and then not paying them people back with interest. It's just never going to be a good thing. I will say afterwards, I was like, is this like a Kill Bill scene? It was very like you're going over there in those streets with the shag carpeting, the yellow on yellow on yellow. I said, what is happening? Like I said, the best thing was the grip. Go back and watch it. Because literally, I'm telling you, when he picks him up to cut off the pinky toe, he has to grab him by somewhere. And he grabbed him by, and I said, his hand did not close, Tyra. It did not, the circumference did not, it was too big for one hand to hold. That's what I'm most interested in over here. Cassie deserves this. Nate deserves every bit of it. Y'all know how I felt when Fez beat the brakes off him. And that party just deserves. This is just, he's reaping what he's sown for years of torment and setting people up. It could have done worse. I was hoping the kneecaps were going to be broken. That's what I said. To sleep with the fishies would have been, just for $500,000. But we're going to give him a chance to get this money. The real question is he going to get this money, or is Cassie going to get this money? And then if she already emasculated him down the way that she did in front of all them people when he's the provider, what happens when she's the provider? Those questions that need answers for me.
That's what I think. I've been thought Cassie was gonna get a bag because he's in this uncanny valley Stepford Wives universe where he's the all essential male and the provider. What's gonna happen when it's not that? I think it's really, really gonna switch. L.
Well, damn it. I thought I fixed it. Well, so, is it still doing it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so, Cassie is going to be the breadwinner. Can you have balance with 4 toes? Like logistically, is that going to be like an issue for him, I'm wondering? I do always enjoy Nate getting his face punched because it doesn't happen often enough for him. He hasn't learned yet. And so I feel like it needs to happen more. Hopefully he has scars from his humiliation and his beating. That would be great. They still haven't explained to me that house or why it looked like that way and why that carpet is that way, and hopefully they get to that sooner than later. I'm also glad that Maddie got her shit rocked, and hopefully that'll be just, a foundational moment for their marriage, and that they get all the memories and effect from that they need to. Hopefully they'll learn a lesson and go on and just be together. They deserve each other. I'm glad they're together and off the streets for other people. They don't have to deal with them.
Ew.
I Googled it. They don't even have a voice effect on Restream.
They do not. There is no voice effect on Restream. So it's either it's something with the connection in the microphone. Like something happened from you leaving out and coming back in. So if you want to go back out and come back in and just see if it does something different, you can.
But refresh it or something. Whenever you came off camera and you fixed the camera and came back, that's when your voice changed to chipmunks.
Okay, I'm gonna leave and come back.
Okay. Ashley, I'm gonna come to you. We got this phone call from Fez, and I didn't like it. All of this parkour and escape from prison, this was so unserious to me. And I think that we're gonna just really play with Fez and just the legacy and adjacent to the show. It was so comical the way that Rue answered the phone and, oh, hey, my boy, you trying to break out? Oh, yeah, I've been doing parkour. I was like, what? Are we really gonna go off of this? I was like, there were so many different avenues. if we were going to go this route, I would have preferred that we just, politely kill Fesco's character off. And I said that even if that was the catalyst later on for Rue to relapse or her dealing with that emotionally, but it could have been something so much more than this. And the fact that it isn't, it makes me nervous because what you mean parkour and busting out of prison? This isn't funny to me, and I don't like where it's going. Ashley?
Parkour. All I could think was Michael Scott in this moment. Parkour. Let me jump over the curb. Parkour. I said, what the hell is even happening? What you're talking about? You're going to do parkour to escape out of jail, the jail that you've been sentenced to 30 years to life in for taking out. Oh boy, like I hate everything about it. The way that they've treated the death of Ashtray and as far as Fez's character, I think is disturbing. And it makes me question, like, does Sam just not have an understanding or like the method on how to handle this? Is this why he's so ham-fisted with all of this? I think the fake phone call, the one-sided phone call, and she's talking to Fez, I think that was so cheap. And I think it was literally called in. And I think Fez's character deserved more than that. I really, really do. I think, again, like I said, I wanted it in the first episode. Let's get a flashback. Let's get a proper send-off. Let's see how Rue grieved this thing. And let's put it to bed. We don't have to keep revisiting and rehashing it for the world to see. But to me, this was dumb. This is not something Fez would have ever said. Fez was not a type of person who was going to be joking, and while he's in there for 30 years, he'd be planning his next move, doing whatever, but it wouldn't be this. Also, it's a recorded line. You can't say stuff like that. The people will be like, do you know your call's being recorded right now? Like, and Rue, yeah, I'll be there to pick you up. Yeah, I'll be outside the gate. If it works, Fez, I'll be there for you, bro. Like, Rue, take off your Miami Vice suit and go sit down. Sit down somewhere.
And I know it's hard. I think we discount the emotional beats, and even though I think they took it too far over there in Gen V with the loss of Chance, but I think it's really reflective when you have actors in the scene that have connection with they have connection in real life. So to just display that emotion, there could have been a real like impactful moment to connect with Rue and Fesco's character and just Angus Cloud in general, and just have all of the current people still on the show, whether Rue, Lexi, just really reflecting on how it feels for him to no longer be here. Whether he was in jail or not, it still could have been something, but don't play around with it talking about he's about to do parkour and bust out of this joint.
I would have did prison riot. Kill him off in a prison riot.
Elle?
Hello?
Elle, just go, because Christmas is this time of year, every single time. Just go, Elle.
I don't think Fez would have even known what parkour was to say that that's what he would have done. So I think that was stupid. I also think that they should have let him go out in a blaze of glory at their house. And, die where his grandma died. And was his grandma alive? I don't remember.
They mentioned her again.
See? We don't even know, child. That poor lady could still be in the house by herself. Just laying there, bless her heart. But I think they did a disservice to him, the actor and the character both. And I think it just was way better ways, way more creative ways to handle Fez's character and him not being there. And I think if we drag Tyler Perry, we ought to drag Sam, because you need a writer's room and you need people to help you to flesh this stuff out.
Child, Elle is about to, any moment, Elle, you about to sing There's Something in My Heart. You took my life, there's no limit to the love I'm giving. About to Michelet the whole situation.
Don't threaten me with a good time, girl. I always got my mic ready, babe.
Now I want it. Now I need the voice effect. Girl.
Because, like, where is it? I ain't never had that voice effect on my microphone. As much as we've used Restream, that ain't never happened for me.
I have closed out every single thing on my computer. The only thing that's open is this Restream tab, and I'm confused.
I don't know. But ending off the episodes, the feds roll up. They tap on the window, as we were listening to our Bible tapes, Bible CDs. it's like, yeah, you Rue Bennett. Yeah. I was like, okay, well, we know who you guys are. And we know why you're here. I'm gonna assume that they were following Rue when she went to drop off Angel, and that was that POV that we got of somebody watching her. And we know exactly where this is going. Am I invested? No, but I mean, I guess Rue the informant, that's what we have to look forward to. Rue is not reliable in any way, and we aren't skillful enough, which is, what we would think Rue to be. They give Rue all the skills in the world every single episode, but she's a jack of all trades. But just being stealth enough to be a real informant, I I don't know, but the show is going to lead us to believe that. Ashley, are you ready for Rue the informant? Because that's all we can do with this.
You know, Rue laughs in the face of danger. She does not care. Like at the end of the day, she gonna do whatever she gotta do to stay alive, but she's gonna get caught. She's sloppy, and I hope she gets caught by Dwayne Wayne with the flip up glasses. I think that will just make me so happy because I want to see more of him on my screen. But when the DEA pulled up and she's like, who's what they? This is the DEA. We're here to. Okay, girl, go on. Now, who is she going to spy on, Alamo or Lori? Lori seems to be peddling in the dope. Alamo peddles in the cooch. So it'll be interesting to see how they navigate this. I'm wondering if somebody else is already on the inside too. Like if Faye really is an informant as well, I think that would be super dope because honestly, she was there in that house. How did she not go to the Pinta just for being there with everything that was going on? So I'd be interested. I just hope Rue don't have to do it alone.
We'll see. I'm not here for it. Elle, are you here for Rue the informant?
No, I'm not. No, ma'am. I'm good on her. I don't know. She's gonna do a terrible job. Whatever happens, it's gonna be horrible. She just does not have the ability to multitask, which is key for being an informant. And I just feel like she just, when the man pulled up and he said, we're looking for Ruby Bennett. Are you Ruby Bennett? And she was like, yeah. Why would you know that already, Rue? Don't you know what's going on? That girl she frustrates me real bad. Real bad. I love her, yeah, and I want to protect her, but I can't do it. So, we'll see. Good luck, Rue girl. Best of luck, girl.
I just want to know where we're going because we will have hell and high water. Bloodshed, guns drawn, people dying left and right. And Rue always has the plot protection to the gods. Nothing ever happens to Rue. Like, will this be the season where something actually happens to her? Not that I want that, but I mean, damn, how much plot armor can you have? Ashley, predictions for the next episode?
I guess Cassie gonna be busting it wide open, and Maddie's gonna move on up to the east side. I really hope she gets out of the projects. That's my number one goal for Maddie by the end of the season. She gets a big apartment in the sky. I think that would be amazing. I want Nate to get beat up again. I want him to lose another toe, maybe another finger first before he finds the money to invest. I want his friend group to turn on him. I didn't like how it was so quick for him just to say, nah, man, I got a plan. Everything's going to work out. I got that meeting. And the friend was like, yeah, I'll smooth over with the wife. He's literally spent your child's college fund, sir. Like, I need Nate to get everything that he deserves after all of these years. I'm sure we'll have to see more Jules and Rue, and maybe we'll get a flashback to see what happened between them. That's all I can ask, Tyra. I'm sure we'll have another outlandish mission now that Lori's paladin is dead. I'm sure we'll have another pet being taken out at some point. So we'll wait and see. That's all I got for the predictions.
I don't know. We'll see. It's not too early to get an annulment. The marriage is still fresh. Um, as far as like making a bag, I don't know if they're going to meet in the middle as far as their friendship and realize that whoever they are now is bigger than Nathaniel and we're both getting a bag and we separate from Nate, or if Cassie chooses. The Cassie does not give me, I'm going to pay it forward all about my man and pay these bills. Not that much. That's a lot of freaking money. So I don't know about that, but I think we're gonna get into some more nudity over there with Cassie because she's gonna be pimping, popping, and all of that good stuff, all about her OnlyFans. Nathaniel's gonna break down even further because now the mask is completely off. And actually, if that man hemmed up that college fund and believed that story about that white flower, you deserve to get got, sir. Because slow as hell. That's gonna be that. I'm guessing we're gonna have a sit down with Rue and the cops, and they're gonna tell her, "Look, you either get with it, or we're gonna arrest you and give you this fed time." That's just gonna be that. But yeah, I can never really just count on what's gonna happen episode to episode because narratively we jump so much every single time. But I'm gonna be here watching it. Elle, any predictions for the next episode?
No. I mean, I hope Maddie gets her bag. I hope Cassie keeps her titties up. I want her to put them things away, put them on a shelf, please. Put them in some sort of contraption and save them for a rainy day, girl, because maybe I can't take it, okay? I don't want to see Lexi. I find her to be boring this season. Maybe they'll spice it up. I don't care about what she got going on at her job, but I think they're gonna go back to her because of Sharon Stone.
Yeah.
They're not just gonna waste Sharon Stone, who looks great, by the way. She does look good, and I think that I hope that they show us that Alamo is a bad guy. I'm waiting on LBC to come on outside because as of now he just be sitting down eating and just talking and stuff. I want him to get active, so.
Please. Y'all, that's Euphoria. This has been a time. A time was had in a way that I didn't know it was going to be had, child. I would tell y'all, if you had a good time, don't be stingy and hit that damn like button and come back and hype this live if you got some hypes left. Elle, just so you can get yours off, I'm going to come to you, let the people know what you have going on your channel, and tell them why they need to come over there and support you in them LB streets.
I don't sound like this, y'all. If y'all pulled up late, I don't know what this is. This is just how my life is. This is actually a great representation of how my life goes. Just stuff just be going on, and I just be leaning to the side dealing with it. Anyway, I have Euphoria. We're going to keep up Euphoria. I'm struggling through the testaments. Lord have mercy. These children got me stressed out over there. Very excited for Interview with a Vampire. I have been obsessed with it. And in New Orleans, it's like a palpable thing. Like everybody's like really, really excited about it. I'm trying to find some watch parties and stuff to go to, but I'm gonna do that. House of the Dragons coming up. I'm gonna do some movies. I gotta get out to the movie theater more. I'm planning on having a time, but not sounding like this. I'm gonna sound like a lady and not like an animal in a tree.
Oh gosh. Ashley and I will do our spew in our next live. Directly after this, we will be talking Boyd and them in those From streets. Please come over there and join us for all things From in a moment. We appreciate you guys for spending time with us tonight. This has been a really good time. Like I said, hit that like button. Support everybody here that you've seen on the panel. If this is your first time seeing somebody here and you want to go over there and subscribe and check out their content, go do that because we're all talking about really good shows. But we appreciate you guys so much, and we will definitely see y'all next time. Good night, y'all.
In the mirror, I'm doing my dance. Ain't packing out nobody's pants. He a rapper, but don't got a chance. Stuck in my waist, so I'm living my bands. Like 1 million views in a day. There's so many ways to get paid. I tried dipping, he begged me to stay. Babe, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, he just wanna rump. Big boobs in the bus, they plump. She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. They like ice, how you always stay hot. Oh, they mad cause I keep making bops. Oh, she mad cause I'm taking her spot. If I was I'd hate me a lot. Like, damn.